This last question I want to ask you is a story. I'm going to ask my question after saying the story. Sometime last year, myself and my friend walked into a studio to make inquiries about a shoot, a podcast we wanted to start, wanted to rent their space. That same studio are into photography and coverage and videography coverage. So while we were talking, a lady walked in to make inquiries, and on the big screen, one of their clips started showing. The next thing, she went blank. She stayed there for like, should I say, some minutes passed. It was as if she just zoomed out. And the next thing, subconsciously, she said, now only this time marriage is sweet too. After this time, they ever sweet. And we just laughed about it. Like, and what do you mean by that? And she started telling us there and then her story. This is someone that we don't know from anywhere. We were just meeting her for the first time, and she started telling us her story of how she has spent 8 good years. She has 3 kids. She was in the studio with her kids. How she has spent 8 good years in a marriage that she has not been happy in. Now she now sees the man that as a child, according to her, she now look at him as a child and tries to what they call the word, tries to ignore anything he does, not to let it get to her, because of, according to her, her children are already used to the life that he gives them, and if she leaves, she won't be able to give them that life.
It's sad, and so the question will be, why stay in a marriage that doesn't give you joy? And I think that we've said it a lot on this, with in these sessions around women stay for different reasons. Women stay, and whilst we do not judge women for staying, we must also realize, we must also always balance this. Yes, we would say when there's abuse, leave, because it's only him that leaves, right? So leave so that you can be alive to live, in that sense. But there are also situations where not every marriage must end in a divorce. Not every marriage not every couple needs to separate. What can happen in that marriage can be fixed by family counseling, right? What can happen in that marriage? What changes that the marriage can have can be fixed in couple therapy. And and there are different ways that this can be carried out. There can be therapy, for the husband and wife. There can be therapy where the children are involved because of the traumas that have happened. There are families that have gone through really horrible things, but have been able to pattern their marriage and repattern their family because they've sought counseling. And when I speak to counseling, I'm not speaking to counseling on the premise of family counseling, family like your immediate family counseling, right? I would always say to couples, and this is my strongest advice, do not take your marital issues to your father or to your mother or to siblings. Do not do it. It only breeds a bit more drama than you would expect. What should have happened, or what should happen at the beginning of a marriage, is that, and which is where you will now begin to talk about signs that he's a great man or not. He should have people that he looks up to, who are his mentors. Are there people that you can address these concerns with? And now, when you have none of this, do you have a spouse? And not just a man now, either the man or the woman. Does your spouse, value having open conversation? If your spouse values open conversation, then they should be willing to take counseling and go to professionals who can help you. Of course, our Safe Space initiative, these are things that we're able to help with. But it is important that help is always there. Help is always there. Finding it is also not so difficult, but take help when you see it. It's important that we must live happier lives. When homes are happy, we have better children. And when children are happy, then we have better citizens. And when the citizens are great, then we have a better country, a more economically thriving country. And those things are things that we must look out for. Happiness, joy, peace in a family is something that should be sought and something that should be embraced, and therapy can fix any of those problems.